So, Miles, tell me now, how did you go about the beginning processes of renovating your mobile home?
Well, the first thing I had to do was to evaluate the entire process of what needed to be done with the manufactured home. Was I decided to go in and remove all of the carpet, remove any damaged or less than good quality things from within the home, and remove them from them so I could get a good size up of the project.
So, for people that may not necessarily have a construction background, how would you suggest, I mean, do they, for instance, first step, maybe rent a big dumpster and plan on the whole family getting into the mobile home and tearing out carpet and flooring and that
Well,
type thing? Can
I'm
you
glad you
elaborate?
asked that question, Tanya. What I did on that, yes, I did. I did rent a dumpster. And by renting that dumpster, anything that was attached to the home that was deemed less than perfect quality, I was able to remove it and put it in the dumpster, and then eventually size up the project very concisely on what needed to be done for repairs.
Was there a point after you sized up the project, at what point were you aware that you might have to hire a licensed contractor? That, I imagine, came into the beginning after the assessment?
After the initial assessment, I realized that as with my limited background that I've had in remodeling and helping friends in the past, that the only thing that I saw where I needed a contractor involved is I decided to remove the skirting around the manufactured home and install a block skirting. So that entailed pouring a foundation for the blocks, and then adding the blocks, and I was able to find a contractor that was able to help me do that, and we finished that project actually in 3 days. Pouring the foundation, installing the blocks, and it made the project look a lot more prettier with the block foundation instead of the plastic foundation. Excuse me, plastic skirting that was around it. And then in the manufactured home, I decided to reside the outside of the manufactured home with a hardy plank, a concrete board, and I was determined I wasn't able to take that project on by myself, and a few other things that I realized at that moment.
But for the most part, with just a basic knowledge yourself from over the years of working on your own homes and so forth and your own rental properties, you were able, for the most part, to do the majority of the work on the mobile home yourself.
I probably, yeah, I would say I probably did about 60 to 70% of the overall time I was able to complete by myself. It was a project on a manufactured home which I purchased. I determined I was going to put about somewhere between $20,000 to $35,000 into the project, and actually, as I got into the project, I put a little over probably $50,000 into the home. And one of the things that came at the end of the project is I decided to remove all the kitchen cabinets, all the laundry cabinets, all the bathroom cabinets, and install new cabinets. And it really made the project worthwhile. At the time of initially purchasing this home and doing the renovation, we estimated the value, sales price of this thing. I bought it for $50,000. I was going to put some money into it, up to maybe $35,000, and sell it for $135,000. Put a little more money in than I thought, and I believe the sales price was around $240,000. I was asking $265,000 for it, and sold it for $240,000. So substantially more money than I ever imagined, based on the continued investments I put into the manufactured home, and the cabinets made a substantial difference.
Very cool. Okay, well, we'll be back later on with Miles Vikstrom with more specific detail on renovating your mobile home. See you soon.